Continuing where I left off, Menestheus on his catwalk fore and aft, between the oarsmen, urged them on. Now pull, pull for it, great Hector's companions in arms, chosen in Troy's last hour for my crew. Now bring to bear the strength and nerve you showed in Gaetulian Syrtes, in the Ionian Sea, in the insulting waves of Mallia. Not for the first place, not for the victory now am I, Menestheus, contending, though I wish, but let the winners be your choices. Neptune, only to come in last, that's shameful. Fellows, win just this. Keep us from that disgrace. They stretched ahead for strokes and pulled their hearts out, making the beak hull shake at every stroke, and sheets of sea were yanked, it seemed, from under them. Panting racked them, dry-mouthed, and the sweat ran down in streams. But actually, chance brought them the wished-for glory, as Sergestus in his wild zeal entered the danger zone, and turned his prow in toward the rock. His luck failed, and he struck on an outlying reef. A grinding blow, oars shivered, hitting rock, and the hull hung, tipped up where it went aground. With a loud shout, the sailors heaved together, backing water, then brought boat hooks out, and pikes, retrieved cracked oars from the sea. Menestheus, meanwhile, more ardent for his luck, with his fast oars in line, the wind behind him, took the shoreward leg through open water, as a wild dove, when startled into flight, beats her affrighted way over the fields. A dove whose coats and tender nestlings lie in a rock cranny with fast clapping wings, but soon in quiet air goes floating on, with wings extended motionless. Just so, Menestheus, just so the sea beast cleft the sea, running for the home stretch, and just so she glided, borne by her own impetus. Sergestus was the first she left behind, pitted against the ledge in shallow water, with pointless cries for help, learning the trick of boat racing with broken oars. Ahead, then, sea beast closed with Gaius's huge chimera, that soon, for lack of helmsmen, fell away. Now, in the home stretch, only one was left, Clonus. In his track with might and main, Menestheus passed on, and now the shouts from shore grew twice as loud, as all the watching crowd cheered for Menestheus, filling the air with din. One crew fought off the shame of losing honor. Theirs already, glory won, they give their lives for fame. But luck empowered the others, who felt that they could do it, and so could. The prows now even, they were close indeed to winning, had Clothis not stretched out his hands to seaward, and in bursts of prayer called on the gods to hear his vows. O gods, whose power is on the deep sea, and whose waves I'm racing over, I shall place with joy a snow-white bull before your altars, here upon this shore, in payment of my vow, and fling the parts into the sea, and pour a stream of wine. Under the depth of water, all the Nereids, Phorcys' company, and virgin Panoplia heard his prayer, and Father Portunus, the harbour guard, with his great hand impelled the Celia onward, swifter than a gust out of the east, or arrow on the wing she ran for land, and took her place in the deep harbor. Then, when all were called together, Anchises' son, proclaimed by the loud crier, Clothis winner, and veiled his temples with green bay. Moreover, to each contending ship he gave a choice of bullocks, 3 to each, with wine, and 1 great bar of silver to be borne away. Additional rewards went to the captains, a cloak, woven with gold thread, for the winner, bordered with a meander's double line of mellow-bone crimson. Pictured it there, the royal boy amid the bows of Ida, running with javelin, tiring out swift deer, so lifelike in the chase he seemed to pant. Then Jove's big bird, his weapon carrier, whisked him aloft from Ida in his talons, while aged guardians held out their hands to heaven in vain, and wild hounds barked at air. To whom whose valor won him second place, a triple shirt of mail clothes wrought with links of polished gold, a trophy of Aeneas, victory over Demolus, near the river, Samos under Troy's high wall. This shirt Aeneas gave to Menethus as an honor and as a protection in the wars to come. Phegeus and Sarragus, his body servants, could barely carry all its folds. On shoulders braced for it, though in other days, Demolus, in this shirt and on the run, had harried straggling Trojans. The third prize Aeneas gave was a pair of brazen cauldrons and silver cups embossed in high relief. All now rewarded, proud of their rich things, berry-boned, garlanded, they were going off. When back from the rude rock, barely dislodged it, by every skill, limping with missing oars, on one oar bank, comedian Sergestus brought his long craft ingloriously in. Often you'll see a snake on high road, a fellow wheel has run obliquely over, or a pedestrian with a heavy stone has torn and left half dead. To get away, it sets in motion its long coils, in part still dangerous with blazing eyes and rearing, hissing head, in part immobilized it by the crippling wound, breathing upon itself, so sluggish on the oars the ship move on. But then she hoisted sail and entered the harbor, under full sail. Glad for the rescue ship and crew, Aeneas gave the promised gift, a slave woman who knew Minerva's craft, the Cretan fellow with nursing twins. Now that the ship race had been run, Aeneas walked to a grassy field that wooded hills curved all around, a vale and an arena. There, with a crowd of thousands, the great captain betook himself and took a central place, a seat on a platform. Now he called on those whom hope for a gain led to compete in running, and set out prizes for them. From all sides they came up, Teucrians with Sicilians mixed, Nisus and Euryalus in the lead, Euryalus exceptional for beauty and bloom of youth, whom Nisus dearly loved it. Next came Dorius of the royal line of Priam. Then, together, Salius and Patron, this one an Arcanian, the other from Arcadia, a Tegan. Then 2 Sicilians, Helymus and Panopus, men of the woods, henchmen of old Acestus, and many more whose names are in the dark. Aeneas spoke among them. Of this now, bear it happily, be aware of this now, bear it happily in mind. Not one goes off without a gift from me. To Cretan arrow shod in polished steel, and a double-bladed axe, inlaid in silver, await each one of you the same reward. Then prizes go to the first 3 finishers, with pale green olive garlands. He who wins will get a horse fully caparisonous. The runner-up, an Amazonian quiver, full of Thracian arrows, and a strap of broad gold, buckled it with a well-cut gem. As for the third place winner, let him go, contented with this Argive helm. At this they towed the line, and when they heard the signal, suddenly given, broke from the starting post, and made off on the track like an outriding rack of storm cloud. As they marked the finish, Nisus flashed out, sprinting into the lead, faster than gale wind or a bolt of thunder. After him, but far behind, came Salius, and after Salius by a space Euryalus, Helymus next. But close upon him, look! Dorus in his flight matched stride with stride, nearing his shoulder. If more track remained it, he would have passed him, or come up abreast in a dead heat. But in the home stretch now, the tired men were making for the finish, when Nisus stumbled by bad luck in gore, a slippery place where beasts had been cut down, and blood gushed on the turf, soaking the grass. Elated with the race as good as won, he staggered there, and could not hold his feet on the trodden ground, but pitched on it headlong in the mire of blood of offerings. Though beaten, this man did not forget Euryalus, his beloved, but searching from the spot of slipperiness, he tripped up Salius, and he went tumbling heads over heels to lie flat as Euryalus flashed past by his friend's help, running to win first place amid applause and cheers. Then Helymus came in, and then Dorus, third place now. At this point, the whole banqueted assemblage rang with Salius's clamor, facing the front row elders, for the honor stolen from him by a foul. The crowd support and his own quiet tears were in Euryalus' favor. Prowess, even more winning for a handsome form. Diarus backed him with loud protestations, having won third place all in vain. If the first prize went back to Salius, then fatherly Aeneid said, "Your prizes stand as they are, young fellows. There will be no change by anyone in the winning order. Let me console a blameless friend's bad luck." With this he gave a Gaetulian lion's hide, with shaggy mane and gilded claws, to Salius. Nisus now said, "If losers get rewards as great as that, and you console a fall, what proper gift will you give Nisus, then? First prize, the crown, is what I earned by rights, had fortune not opposed me, taken me out as it did Salius." While he spoke, he showed his face and body all defiled with mire. Smiling at Nisus, fatherly Aeneid ordered a shield brought out, Didymon's work, removed it once by Danaans from a portal sacred to Neptune. This exceptional prize he gave to the conspicuous runner. And I'm going to leave it there. Thank you. Tune in. Give it a thumbs up or a thumbs down. Leave a comment or view or subscribe or do nothing and continue watching. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.